Okay, y'all. Nosy Roses, Bosey Posey. It ain't nosy because I put it on social. Don't worry about it. This is part two of why that wedding got canceled leading up to that point, okay? Hey, my I Am family. This is the I channel because you know it's all about us. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can come along on this quest on how I reinvented my life. Been traveling the world. We'll be dropping you gems. You'll see cooking tutorials and how I'm out here being a great mom. You will be inspired, informed, gain insight, and get the inside scoop on what's what, and definitely be on the interviews. Ta-ta. So then when I gave him a number, he turned around and said, you know how that guys, when they're a certain caliber or whatever, they be talking about, oh, you know such and such, you know such and such. He called a couple of big names. So I was like, no, ask them if they know me. I didn't really think he was going to go ask y'all. So me and my mama, we got in the car, went on about our business, you know what I'm saying, on our trip to Miami to my auntie Goldie Mae birthday party. Baby, one thing about it, he was texting, I was texting, he was texting, I was texting. He was able to stimulate my mind. Ooh, and not one time did he mention nothing about sex. I was like, oh. So we was talking and everything. I was plotting and planning about when I get back to the city, how it's gonna go down. You know how they say I like them boys down south in the city with tattoos on it. Anyway, so we was talking. I had came back. So he was like, well, I want to take you out on a date. I was like, and I want to go on one. So where we going? He was like, oh, I know a little steakhouse in Savannah or whatever. I was like, oh, all right. Then I was like, well, my son has dropped me off to you because I don't allow men to come to my house like that. So I ain't gonna return back to Brunswick, everything. We on the phone. You know, you all excited. I got him on speakerphone. Now, this what y'all better beware of. I got him on speakerphone or whatever. You know, he got a real raspy, unusual, unique voice. And I was just in a car with somebody. You supposed to be my homegirl. We cool, everything. You over here listening to this voice. I mean, really tuned all in over here. So y'all know how, I ain't gonna say it was a hater, but you just tell me. After we get off the phone, she talking about, oh, that's such and such. That's about, and I say, yeah, what happened? Oh, girl, he just tried to talk to. Y'all want to know what else happened? Just say next. Whew. Baby, when they say part two is ready, you got to come on and have a little coffee and Jesus and coffee and editing. Now, let me tell y'all right this. Part two, because y'all going to drop the receipt. See, there was a brief synopsis of it. So let me go all into it, because y'all heard me say the girl, the lady, whoever it was, heard him on the phone talk about the man about a voice raspy saying, is that Bootney? Yeah, that's him, because that was my fiance. So, I'll get to all that right there. So in the meantime, in between time, we were dating. And it was real nice. One thing I could say about him, baby, date night was a fright night, and that man was all right with it, okay? So we went on different dates. At that time, we was dating. My son would drop me off to him because through the trauma and the things that was going on I had been through or whatever, I'm not saying that I was all the way healed, so don't even go there with it. The part was no man was coming to my house because of the last situation that I had came out of. Dude was dragging me like my name, or his name was Amtrak. Choo choo. But anyway, so going through that, it was like, what's really going on? So we began to date and go through it, and I looked at everything, and it was like I told you, the first day he met me, he was like, God told me you was going to be my wife. So I'm sitting there like, okay, that's what he said, because you already know I was a wife in waiting. You better be anyway. Okay, don't be no slider or no rider, however. So going on different date nights and everything like y'all see. Oh, and we used to love to be matching. That was, you know, because I feel like I was in love. Say whatever you want to say. I don't know what's going on in your life, your world, or whatever, but I was in love, baby. That's what it was going on, okay? That's what it was giving. Everything that it needed to give. But that was the whole point of not really understanding and not really knowing people. I had saw this episode on, I don't know what that show was. Be like, you could be with a person for 25 years and you don't even know who you're dealing with. Ooh, baby. One of those moments. So going into that, it was like we were dating. We were getting real close. He was saying his dreams and adorations of what he wanted to do and how he wanted to be in life. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go get him. My mama raised a hustler, not a hater. And I believe our energies match. I believe our everything intertwined, everything lined up. And it was like, okay, whatever. Just sometimes I used to be like, you a deep thinker, or you just sitting over there just looking deep.
however it was, but it was a little bit. So I used to be like, well, what do you want to do? What you gonna do? You know, the things you want to do in life. What do you see yourself? What are you gonna build? What do you want to do? And we used to have those long talks.
12 seconds later.
So we used to have those talks and be going through it like that right there. And it was like the conversation was very good, baby. He had more game than Nintendo, baby, and was slicker than oil after it came out the bottle. Okay, not the avocado oil, the real olive oil. But needless to say, it was like it felt, good. It was a little razzle dazzle to have somebody loving you, taking care of you, nurturing your mind, stimulating your mind and all that, and one playing in your pocket that back then or whatever, not that anyway. So, going through that, we texting each other, we going back and forth, then all of a sudden, y'all, the man just disappeared. I'm talking about totally stopped texting, stopped responding, but y'all know me. I was already still on the edge and on the verge of like, is this really what it is? Is this what it was? So, after the third call about the fourth text, I went cricket. Just stop responding and stop trying to reach out. So I had gonna erase the number out my phone because that's how I am. In my mind, baby, I'm gonna make sure once I give you an opportunity to be in my space or to be in there and you mess up that time, that's it. So time went on. When I say time, it had to be round about like around the ending of November. I remember that because Thanksgiving was coming up, you guys. So remember, we met in October and we were texting and all that like that. So a couple of weeks had gone went by that I hadn't heard from her, nothing like that. So it was one sad day, and you know how ladies, you be home feeling like, oh, I want to feel cute, I want to get cute and go out for a little while. And it was one of those times, baby. I felt like I wanted to be cute, so that's what I did. I got cute, real cute, and went out in Brunswick. They had this little bar over there by the mall called I don't know, but y'all know the little bar or whatever, because it's not like I was in too many of them. Mike was in a couple of them, but not too many. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And I walked in there because my son and my nephew them was there at the bar. So I was really just going, just to be seen. I ain't gonna play. I ain't gonna hold you, just to be seen or something. So when I stepped in there, my nephew Corey and my son Zell Colios was in there. So I stopped there talking to them, and I was like, hey, y'all. And I was getting ready to leave, y'all. Remind you, it was almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So it was like, girl, you old and you tired, ready to go to sleep. So I looked up, and when I looked up, I seen the smile. It's like that thing radiated across the room, and I was like, oh, that's our old boy. So y'all know my whole demeanor changed, baby. The smile went to, y'all gotta know, wait, I gotta show y'all. So y'all know everybody in the club, everybody bopping and dopping and doing their thing, and y'all know how to look and all that. I ain't got to make it, but I'm just showing y'all how I stood there with the stank leg looking over there. So he's smiling and cheesing and looking. All of a sudden, I got a text message. So I look at the phone, and he back like this. I'm looking like, you come over here. So before he could walk over there, I had gonna told my son and my nephew, like, I'm out. I left. So when I left, he texted me, oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? This, and the third. I say, I'm good. Y'all know I kept it real brief because, buddy, you ain't Ghost. Where you went? Ghostbusters or something? Well, did they have a interview or something I ain't know about? Did you go get a movie role or something I ain't know about? So, remind you, it's already almost 1:30 now. I done made it home. So he was like, oh, well, what's up? This and that and the third. I say, hey, how you doing? You see what time it is? Ain't nothing open right now but 7-Eleven and Lids. I made it home. Good night. So I put the phone down and I didn't text anymore. When I woke up that morning, I had about 3 or 4 text messages from him. He was like, oh, yeah, I can meet you a week ago. We can't go do nothing. But I ain't gonna flaw and I ain't gonna count. I was like, now where he went and where he was and all this. You ain't was calling me. I had a little attitude like I was really... like we was really together. So, baby, the next morning, I couldn't wait. I had gone jumped up, got the hygiene together, got myself together and all that. And you know I ain't want to call early in the morning to act like I'm so pressed, to act like I was so thirsty. I probably wasn't thirsty, but I sure enough was a little parched. And I was like, wait a minute, why you ain't called? So I was like, I'm going to wait till about 12 noon. Act like I was so busy. So he texted that morning, oh, well, good morning. I didn't respond. I'm looking at the phone like, oh, I want to text back, but I didn't. So about 12, then I hit him back and say, hey, how you doing? And I left it like that. He called. When he called, we started talking. He said, I think I owe you an explanation and an apology. I said, nah, you don't owe me nothing. You just showed me who you are. And I kind of believe you. So I'm going to holler at you later. He said, hey, don't hang up. Could I meet you at the steakhouse where your son dropped you off at? So in my mind, you still know that I have boundaries. You still respect my boundaries. So I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Anybody, I'm always down for a good little steak meal. So my son dropped me off up there. We were sitting up there talking and eating, and he began to tell me the story of what was really going on in his life. He was like, he had just came home, which I'm looking at him like, you saying it like both of us ain't sitting here with these ankle monitors on our leg, but okay, whatever. So he was like, I've been gone for this duration, and I came home and I feel like my family was being dishonest. They weren't telling me what was going on with my mama. My mama down sick. It ain't looking good in this. So I'm sitting there now looking like, Stella, you got a whole attitude, and this what was that. So he started telling me that. We get into the thing, because I was really feeling dude. Little smooth, little something. I was really feeling him. So then, he took me to the facility to see his mom. I began to talk to him, get a little closer and everything like that. I began to go see his mother with him, get things in alignment with him, and help show him how to get his affairs and everything in order. Like, we was really kicking it like Quampon do to do. And if you want to know what happened next after that, baby, just go ahead and comment receipts next.